Welcome to the Disaster Project, where Marcus is about to name all different types of birds using only prime numbers. Your time starts now, Marcus.
2. I don't know what. Wow, you really got me with that one. Name all different types of birds using only prime numbers.
Yeah,
Can you do that? Or...
absolutely.
All right, so show me.
It's your task, not mine, Marcus.
That's messed up. Well, I already failed
The
this
the the,
task.
the instructions are on the task, Marcus.
I have no clue. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I can't think of anything. I need you to give me a clue.
I guess we'll have to get back to that. Anyway, how are you today?
I was good until I was made to look like a fool in front of all 12 people that listened to this.
I think it's gone down to like 8, but it's
Oh
okay.
no. It's because I started advertising. And they were like,
Exactly.
I'm out of here.
Yep.
They were like, oh, he's spending money. I don't know.
We don't want this to become mainstream.
Yeah, he was like, too mainstream. I don't want to support this guy anymore. So are we not going to acknowledge whatever just happened?
You failed the test. That's like you're disqualified. No
but
points.
I want to know how you pass the task, just in case it ever comes to.
You'll never know, and that's a shame. So nice
If only
coffee
I
sip.
plugged in my. Was it that loud?
It was very loud.
And the mic is much closer to me nowadays.
It was.
And I slurp. I do have a tendency to slurp. I feel like the coffee tastes better.
Oh yeah. That's exactly. just like with ramen, you have to like in order to cool down ramen, you have to like be slurpy and disgusting while you eat it.
Oh my gosh! Talking about ramen, I totally forgot I was going to tell you about this.
Ramen part 2.
Yeah, I know, ramen part 2, and I never posted your prison ramen recipe.
It's okay.
But I've evolved.
I forgot about that.
I've evolved the egg ramen.
Oh
sort
boy!
Sort of evolved.
Or do you put a hard-boiled egg in now, and then you just cut it in half?
Quail egg. No, I'm just kidding. No. So the other day we were like, I don't know, just sitting there scratching our butts. Oh wow! I just realized my laptop's not plugged in and it's about to die. But I'll continue this story as I grab the charger from the bottom of the floor. So the other day we wanted ramen, but we didn't want to just have just pasta or anything, like just the nudes. So I actually cut chicken up. I lightly seasoned it, and then I put some of the powder on it to season it, like before I even did it. Cooked it a little, then put it in the water and boiled the water, and then put the ramen in, and then also added the egg in. So it has like nice chicken chunks in it, and then also has the egg in it. And that's as close to real ramen from Japan as I'm ever gonna get. That has to be how they make it in Japan.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have Maruchan ramen, and then they cut up pieces of chicken and cook the chicken, and then add all the flavor packets. But it was really, really good. Like it was literally it was like the next level. Like next is I need to add those little thingies, the Narutos or whatever. Not the anime. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not really.
Silence. So there's those little cakes. I think they're crab cakes with little spirals on them. And like, I don't know, real ramen.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So those are called Narutos. Like in real life. That's like what they're called.
I actually knew that, and I 100% forgot about that until you just forced it out of my brain.
I only remembered because I watched something about Naruto the other day. So that's all I need, even though Ashley's allergic to shellfish. But it's not about her.
Incredibly shellfish of her.
I was going to try and work that in. Like, Yeah, she's allergic to like all things shelly, I guess. And I don't really eat crabs or anything, so she lucked out. But yeah, so I leveled up my ramen. So you're gonna have to try that next. Even though I don't
Damn.
think you ever successfully did the egg thing, right?
No, I have.
And you just didn't enjoy
It
it.
was I only messed it up the first time. I told you the second time was
Oh,
good.
did you? I was gonna say, did you enjoy it? Are you gonna do it again?
Oh yeah, I have been dying to do it again, but yeah, I don't get time away from my desk and stuff. So
Not even to eat.
not even to eat.
You know what I actually did? Keeping on the ramen train.
Choo choo.
We were watching Rhett and Link or Good Mythical
Okay.
Morning. Do you know that show?
Yeah.
So they did like a what's the best ramen taste test, and I don't even think it won. I think it was like number 3, but it was like a spicy beef ramen, and it comes in like a bowl, like a bigger bowl. It's not even the same brand that like I guess ShopRite normally sells. And I was shopping at Lidl the other day, and I happened to see it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's the one!" So I just bought it immediately, even though I don't eat spicy ramen, and I
Oh, that's my
use
favorite ramen.
spicy ramen.
Oh yeah, ramen needs heat. I can't not have heat on my ramen.
Wow,
Yeah.
honestly, it was amazing. It was really good. I think I had heartburn that day though, because of the ramen. But it was really good. So then I ate. What's so funny is I ate like a quarter of it, and I was like, "This is like the best ramen I've ever had." And then I was like, oh, "I should add an egg to this." And Ashley was like, "You're already like almost done. Like you already started eating." And I was like, "I don't care." And I put it back on the stove and boiled it, and then
Nice.
added the egg in, and then ate it again with the egg, and it was a
I
really
wonder
good
if
experience.
something with the egg changed the composition, and that's probably what got because
Gave me
I don't know.
heartburn.
Probably the cholesterol of the egg. I don't know. I'm just trying to be sciencey
I
and
don't
sound
know.
smart,
I've
but
also never eaten spicy beef ramen.
that's fair.
It was really good
Do you
though.
like spicy food? I never realized if you do or not.
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah, it depends, I guess. For
Mm.
the most part, I do. I like hot wings and stuff, but I usually like cheat and use like blue cheese.
Yeah.
But I can go
I
like
mean,
crazy spicy, but I use blue cheese, so it's kind of like cheating.
yeah, I don't think it's cheating. I think blue cheese really adds to the it brings everything out.
I don't. You don't think it's cheating because it's an extra level of um of challenge for you because you're lactose intolerant.
That's true.
It's extra challenging for
You're
you to add blue cheese.
nice. I get it.
you're like you're like this will take it to the next challenging level. No, yeah, yeah. I don't know. A lot of people are like they have all the show where you eat hot wings, hot ones, and they like don't use blue cheese or anything because it makes it weaker.
Yeah, because they're psychopaths, and it's like you know, it's like when you have a chaser when you're drinking.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you only have a chaser if you're not an alcoholic,
Yeah, I guess. Even though
and that's why I don't drink is because I don't use chasers, and I'd probably be an alcoholic honestly.
if you
But
use chasers.
no, I
Oh, if you
like
drank.
if I kept drinking, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, even like for we talked about this before. Alcohol is just so expensive. It's hard for me to drink that much. Like I could love it, but I'm like, ugh, $21. Get out of
But
here.
also you revealed that you had like um this really logical like thought to alcohol, which was like
Oh,
it's
I
like
don't drink
drinking
that much.
water.
Yeah,
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 you don't drink that much because like you become quenched at some point.
yeah. That true. Like that. I'm that true. That too. That true.
That's true. You're a caveman again.
That too, though. Like, yeah. At some point, I'm just like, I'm not thirsty anymore. Like, I don't know how. I mean, we're derailing as usual. I always want to say I don't know how we got here, and I do say that just like right now. But, what were we talking about? How did we get there?
We were
Oh,
talking about
spicy
ramen.
food. Spicy.
Yeah.
So
You
yeah, no,
also you're also really struggling on your task. You're about nine and a half or
I'm
sorry,
still trying.
31 seconds and 9 minutes in.
I didn't know I was still trying. I thought it was over.
It could be. It's just you're probably going to fail because the other contestants probably would have eaten you by now.
The other contestants,
Yep.
you know, I mean, can I Google it?
Oh, this isn't Googleable. I just made this up on the
Oh my
spot.
god, yeah, I know because I Googled it and I can't find anything.
Yep.
So you can't. I guess that's what those are. You're like a good teacher that writes their own math problems. Well, it's okay. I'll lose out on this prize. It would just suck if it's $25,000. You're like my home. They get my home. Yeah. So I like spicy stuff. I think I could say that because I used to eat really like the spiciest wings you could get and stuff. I guess I don't have that much that I eat that's spicy. Like it's like spicy wings and now spicy ramen.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what
I
else
just
there is that's spicy.
Yeah, we stockpiled once the pandemic started. We stockpiled on dry ramen, and it's none of it is spicy. So I just ended up throwing in red pepper flakes, and it
Mm.
makes it very powerful.
I'm gonna
Um,
try that next
it's very good,
because we did the
very
same
very
thing. I don't know if it was a mistake. I literally, in the process of moving to North Carolina, I packed like 50 packets of ramen in the move, like more ramen move than like anything else. Because I forgot we bought a thing of ramen from like Aldi, and it was like $5 for like I don't know 8 packs, and we like killed it in like a month. Then we went to Costco, and it was like $7 for 55 packs of ramen. And then I don't know, I must have been hungry or something. I bought a whole case thing, whatever, of the ramen, and then I also bought a case of cup of noodles. So
I love cup of noodles though.
they're really amazing. I love them too.
Yeah, I
But
don't even. They don't even need to be like spicy or anything. It's just again, it has to be beef flavored though. I cannot do chicken.
I've
There's
never
something
had
with
the beef
chicken.
flavor.
It
I
is my
feel like
favorite one, and I drink that. I barely even use a spoon. I just drink that like a savage. Because
that's how I started getting with it. Yeah, I like
yeah,
to drink, and I don't like soup. That's another thing. I do not like soup,
I love soup.
but the cup of nudes, ugh,
Cup
those
of nudes.
those nudes, they get me every time.
Yeah,
No, seriously, like those nudes are really amazing. Don't
yeah. We
cut
used
this
to we
out
used
of
to sell
topic.
them. We used to sell, or not we used to. They used to sell it at my job. So
The
like in the
nudes.
office, yeah, they would have like a pantry with like all these different snacks, and it was pretty cheap. But like it was like $1.25 for a cup of nudes. So I would just go to like pour hot water in and just like drink my nudes and slurp those nudes at my desk
What's
if I
What's
was
funny is $1.25 for a cup of nudes is honestly probably expensive.
it is
Wait,
very
you get like a 5 pack for like $1. Like,
Yep.
they were
Oh yeah.
robbing you. That was like highway
Yeah.
robbery.
Most things were really cheap. That was pretty expensive.
Because they were like, no one will know how much this really costs,
Yeah.
and you certainly didn't, or you don't think about it. You're like, it's only $1.25. I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
It's either that or I go downstairs and get actual ramen from a ramen place and it's $20. So I'd rather
Oh
spend a dollar
man,
25.
yeah. You know what's funny? Talking about that, like sushi, just like alcohol, just like drinking. Sushi always got. I never really tried sushi because it's always so expensive.
I love sushi.
I mean, I've had
Sushi is
sushi
good.
and it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Um,
I assumed you had sushi. I would really be surprised if you've never tried sushi.
but
But
it's also another thing that's really hard for me to get because I'm like, I can spend like $18 and be hungry after I eat the sushi, or I can spend $8 and eat like chicken and
you really
broccoli.
are hungry after you eat sushi?
I mean, when I had it, yeah.
Sushi? What, you've been getting the wrong sushi then.
What am I
You've
supposed
been
to
getting
get?
like good sushi that doesn't
Well, all right. I
keep you hungry.
I got, I guess, I don't even know. I got like the tuna rolls. I don't remember. I had someone else order for me. It was like the spicy tuna, the regular tuna, um, the rainbow fish. No, I'm just kidding. It was like a crab one, and then California rolls or something.
So you probably just got small, I don't know, small portions in it, because usually there's 6 pieces in a roll,
Yeah,
and
And I
if
got
they're
two rolls or
the
something.
rice and everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
the seaweed. It's usually filling. Like you know me, like I can house so many gigantic meals, but like
The
two
tuna
rolls
and
of
the
sushi is like a good amount for me.
yeah, but
Except
it's
the one occasion. There was one occasion where, um, it was I think 2 years ago now. So it was my sister-in-law and her husband's wedding. They got married, and Megan and I went to go get sushi with them because it wasn't a big thing at all. Um, so I went to a really nice sushi place, and there's a meal or whatever you can buy that they bring out a boat, literally a boat of sushi. It takes up the whole
oh
table,
my
and
gosh.
it's like a wooden pirate ship. Imagine.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
literally look like a pirate, but it was like one of those big ass boats. And there was pieces of sushi on like scattered across the whole boat that you just ate all. It was like $100 or something like that, and it was a lot of sushi. And
Wow.
it was, I think, me, Megan, and then my sister-in-law and her then well, still husband, but her newlywed husband, and I think their kids were there. But yeah,
So
it was.
yeah, yeah, and that sounds great. But my thing is, um, I feel like for $100, like I feel like that's expensive for a meal. Oh well, I guess you said what,
It
five
was
of
also
you?
six people.
That's true.
Five, four and a half, we'll say, because one of the kids definitely loves sushi and like is a monster with sushi, but I don't think the other one ate too much.
Oh
'Cause
wow.
yeah.
Yeah. You know what a pirate says while eating sushi? No.
Hold on, I'm trying to think.
Don't Google it.
I'm not googling it.
I'm just gonna say it.
No, yeah, no, I was gonna say I don't know what it is.
A
What does a pirate
pirate
say?
says, "Ahoy! Pass me the soy."
Oh my god.
Good times. Yeah, that's all I had. But I didn't want to just cut off your story, but I just had
No,
that
that's fair.
there.
Yeah.
um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I gotta. You know where I did? Have you been on a cruise? I don't know if we've talked about this.
Yes, I was on a cruise when we found out Megan was pregnant, and it was for my college graduation at the same time. So it was
Was it a
fun.
long cruise? And was it good news? It was good news, right?
Wait, what?
That you found out she was pregnant on a cruise.
Oh no, I didn't find out on the cruise. She
Oh,
was
okay.
like, we found out and told everyone right before the cruise.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. I thought you were like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I guess that's really early. I was thinking like pregnant people can't be on a flight, but I
Yeah,
guess on a cruise is different.
yeah. We already booked the cruise like a year in advance, and yeah,
You're like,
it
I'm
was
going.
we.
No.
She was like 2 months in or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
um, I feel like when I was on the cruise, I think is the first a cruise was the first time I tried sushi because I feel like a cruise is a great place to try like anything because everything's free.
yeah. Usually the fish is also fresh. Um,
They just throw something off the side of the boat and they catch the fish right there. Were you being serious, or was that what you were
I was
implying?
relatively serious.
Oh. Oh, I thought you were just implying you throw the net on the side and catch it while you're boating.
That would be disgusting, honestly.
They're like, oh my gosh, we're still at port in New
Because it's
Jersey.
it's all the exactly. It's all those people that like refuse to pay attention to the rules and still
Yeah,
flick their
yeah.
cigarette butts off the side
Yo,
of the
for
boat and
real.
everything.
Yeah, so that's where I tried sushi, where it was like free, and I tried a bunch of different ones. I also tried like escargot, and
Always wanted. I went to France and I didn't do it. I chickened out.
it was
Like
gross.
it wasn't okay.
You know, no. So I had garlic butter escargot, um, and it's like really delicious garlic and buttery tasting, but it's in the form of boogers. Like, it's just straight up like the consistency is like straight up like a thick thing of snot.
Yeah,
Like, and it was really like that was what was really gross. It's just the consistency is like, why would I like? I don't care what it tastes like. Like, I don't know. Do you like clams
yeah.
or
I like clams.
mussels? I think it's mussels, right?
I can't do mussels. They're too rubbery for me.
Oh yeah, because I forget. Last time I had mussels, it was mad long ago. It's probably like mussels, but like gooier. Someone who probably eats both
Mm,
of these is like, what an idiot. Like,
yeah,
it's nothing like mussels. Like, but yeah, no, it was really gross. You didn't miss out. I had like two, and then I was like, nope, mm-mm. And then I got a real meal,
that's yeah.
and it was awful.
Um,
No,
every time I've gone on a cruise, I've fallen in love with a specific
woman.
like meal I've eaten.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, a
yeah,
specific woman. One,
yeah. Uh
uh, yeah. This last time it was my wife, but
huh.
yeah,
That's good. So you
uh,
can't go on any more cruises.
yeah, exactly. No, the first time was they were making really good burgers that they made within the patty was blue cheese and mushrooms.
Oh, I've had one of those. I think on a cruise. Was it Royal Caribbean or Carnival?
It was Norwegian.
Oh, never mind. Never had it. I'm lying.
Asshole.
I'm sure they trade recipes. But continue.
Yeah. Last time I had almond crusted cod. It was really good.
Oh, I don't eat fish, so not like.
I don't usually eat fish. I was just really daring on this cruise.
Yeah, I usually eat like crazy random foods when I'm on a cruise. Like I just try whatever.
Yeah, I retried Indian food on the cruise for the first time in like 15 years because
Did
I
you
used to
like it?
hate Indian food, and I don't know why. I loved it. I
Really?
was I was very happy. Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny. I had the opposite. I used to love Indian food, and
Yeah.
then I tried it. I tried it at a work lunch where we went to this like legit Indian spot, and like I was like, oh, I haven't eaten Indian food in years. I love it, and then I ate it, and I was like, I can eat this, but I don't want to say anything.
I think
And
it,
it was
yeah, no,
expensive.
yeah. I wonder if it depends on the place cuz I used to hate it. Like my mom when she was pregnant with my brother would get it all the time and I would always be like, "Eh, you guys can go and on your way back can you just get me like White Castle or something?" Um
Yeah.
and then they would get me like the 30 crave case
Oh my gosh.
just for myself. It was
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Um but
And then you were sick
yeah,
for like 3 days after.
oh yeah, absolutely. Um but yeah, Megan recently had Indian food for the first time. Um I forgot when. It was this year though. She was not a fan. And I don't remember why exactly. But yeah, she wasn't happy.
Well, I found like I feel like when I eat stuff, you need like it's so not the right term, so like a acid and a base. Like you need something really strong flavored and like a basey like rice, like
Yeah.
soft.
Yeah.
And I felt like the last few
Like
times, huh?
no, I was gonna say like most Hispanic food.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's just the Hispanic in me. They didn't
like
even give me my noodles. Like I usually like to have everything I eat fried, and they don't fry their food.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, I feel it. Like that was literally just that's exactly just some nice white rice or something and just
I never even thought about that. Like that's
really?
just Spanish food. Like I'm basically saying I like Spanish food.
Oh
Like,
man.
well,
Yeah.
no. So I felt
Oh,
like it was like we got and I had rice too, but like everything was so strong flavored that I just got sick of it very quickly.
yeah. That's that's fair. It's
I don't know.
I can definitely see why I didn't like it because it is just it's a mod podge of flavors. Like I there's something about Indian food that it's like it's not just one flavor, it's like everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because
so
like most of the stuff that you eat, you also need like a yogurt based sauce or whatever you want to call it.
oh yeah, yeah, like tzatziki sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
That stuff is
Um,
great. I'm
I love it,
hungry.
man.
And when I don't know how we got back. Wait, we talked
This
about food for the
this
whole 24 minutes.
yes, yep. By the way, your time is at 24:20.
Oh
So
no, I still can't
Ashley
think of any.
Ashley got it before you did.
Oh no. I mean, she's smarter than me, so meh. um, yeah, no, I would never get that. I need to really sit down and think to get that. What your number birds thing? Number birds? What was the question again?
The question was, name all the different types of birds using only prime numbers.
All the different types of
And I promise you, I did not plan this. I came up with this probably 30 seconds before we started.
It's a trick question. It has to be,
It's
right?
not. I'll. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I guess you can say it's pretty tricky, but
Is that a,
no, it's just a trick question.
so it is a trick question.
No, you said it. Never mind.
All the different types of birds. I mean, there's 40 different types of birds. So, yeah, no, I'm never going to get it. Unless that was it and I'm really close to it. 40 different types of birds. Name them all. Nope, never going to get it. Come on, guys, help me out. Birds are a group of warm-blooded vertebrates constituting the class of aves, characterized by feathers, toothless beaked jaws. I don't know. Rank class. I'm looking at bird information now, and this is not what we should be talking about. So I'm gonna change the subject then, because I have a sort of funny story.
Okay.
So I was walking Buddy this morning, right, and he got another dog in trouble, sort of.
Nice.
So I'm walking Buddy, and then like we're towards the end of the walk or whatever, and there's a dog across the street, and he started it. He's a jerk. So I'm walking Buddy, and he sees Buddy, and Buddy's a jerk too, but he sees Buddy and immediately starts barking at Buddy like from across the street. So Buddy, like he doesn't take it. He just immediately starts flipping out right back. And I'm like, Buddy, stop it. And as soon as I'm like, Buddy, stop, from our left, one of the houses, there's a guy outside. His window was open, but the screen is there. His dog just bursts through the screen.
Oh my
He
god.
doesn't jump out the window, but he like bursts through the screen. The screen flies out the window, and he's like at Buddy, and the guy's like, "What the hell are you doing?" To the dog, not to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What the hell are you doing? Get back inside!" And he was so angry. And that dog got in trouble. I don't know what happened after that.
Oh my god. Oh man. I just could only imagine. How big was the dog, by the way?
I honestly didn't really. It had to be like a lab or something. Like I don't know. It was like I don't know, a lab. Like what is that? 25 pounds? 30?
So big. I think a lab is a lot more than 25 pounds.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because Buddy's probably like 20.
No, he's 15.7 pounds.
He's a chunky boy.
Yeah, that's what they said at the doctor the other day. That's why I know. They said it's good though. They were like, good, a little weight will keep him alive from diseases or something.
Well, he lost a few pounds after he lost all those teeth.
He only lost 7 teeth.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, it is a lot, I guess. But he could have lost all his teeth. And now he smiles and we make fun of him.
Oh, poor Buddy.
At us. No, imagine. No, but he still plays though. He's been great. Like I honestly think he's been better than before. Like I feel a little negligent. Like because he's honestly been like more active in playing terms. Like he's been grabbing his toys more. Although before, like I don't want to be judged, but I used to like literally when he would play with the toy, I would like pick up the toy and he would hang from the toy. And since he got his teeth removed, I decided to not do that ever again. Or not do it anymore. I don't know. So, I don't think I took part in making his teeth worse, but...
Yeah, who knows?
Do you do that to your dog?
Whatever keeps you up at night, though. Or helps you sleep at night?
Yeah,
that's what I meant. I wasn't thinking.
The demons keep me up at night. Not that.
The screams of all the innocent children.
So that's what happened with Buddy this morning. He's a little jerk, and he's back and worse than ever. No, I love him. He's good. He's a really good dog, but he is a jerk to other dogs.
Teddy's the same way, and he taught Sully how to do that
To
because
be
Sully's
like
the
that?
younger one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because Sully, like when he was a puppy, he wouldn't like yell at people, but he like follows Teddy, considering Teddy's like the big brother or whatever.
Hmm.
But he just like if there's an open window, an open door, he sees someone
Oh
outside,
my
even if it's
gosh.
me, he
Yeah.
starts screaming, just screaming.
Yo,
It's the
Buddy is
worst.
the same way. He would be at our window in our old apartment. He would sit on the couch. The couch was up against the window. He would sit up against the window, move the curtains, and growl and bark at people walking by all the time. Now in our new house, we don't like. There really isn't that much like the couch isn't near a window or anything, so he doesn't have access to the windows like that. But any sound he'll bark at. And then at Ashley's parents' house, their couch has like direct view to outside the window. And when he's at their house, he like doesn't shut up. Like, and he annoys their dog. But yeah.
Yeah.
But Buddy's the same way too. Buddy, I don't know. Even if they're not, oh, I guess all the dogs have been older than him. He's pretty young. He's like 6 or 7. But like we went to Ashley's aunt's house, and he doesn't even know. Like Ashley's aunt's dog, when she passed away last year, but now she at the time she had mad surgeries, whatever, was mad old. She died at like 15, which is old for a dog. Um,
Yeah, that is pretty old.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like 15 or 16 or something. But so she had mad surgeries, whatever, and wisdom, I guess, because she learned like, oh, if I limp, like I get attention and like snacks and stuff. Like, and she
Oh my
learned
god.
like, oh, if like she hurt her foot, her like front foot, her paw, and then like she got mad attention from that, and then like 2 months later, she's like, "Oh, my paw hurts," like, and she'll lift up her paw and like limp, and they're like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god," and they like baby her, and then the doctor was like, "No, she's just
Yep.
doing that."
Yep.
So
I Teddy does the same thing,
yeah, so
and
so Buddy went to their house, and Buddy's never had any like he the tooth thing was the most we've ever done. Like he's super
yeah,
healthy, never issues, never hurt himself. But he we went to their house and he saw her like lifting up her paw for attention. And then everybody's like, "What happened to me? Oh my god, like, you okay?" And then he came home and now when he like wants something, he'll like lift up his leg. And we're like, "Buddy, you don't even know what that means." Like he doesn't like Mia's like, "Oh, I hurt my leg and I got mad attention." I think, I don't know. They might not think that deep. But he was just like, "Oh, she lifts up her leg and gets attention. If I lift my leg, I must get attention." Like, but I'm like, "You never hurt your leg. That doesn't work for you." Like, so yeah, he lifts up his leg now. Like his one paw, he'll lift up. He chooses whatever paw, but he'll lift up a paw, like if he's hurt and like not limp, but kind of walk weird. But it's literally just for attention. Like he's never had anything wrong. He never hurt his hands. The doctors are like, "Nah, he's good." He just saw another dog do it. Like, so I thought that was really funny. Like he just picked it up from nothing.
so yeah.
I'm mad you came in with a so like so I gotta go now. No, like I don't
Yeah.
know, like I was prepared for some bad news.
No, I'm just no. It's just weird because like
Oop,
you got
what,
a
what was that?
notification. I don't know.
Yeah,
That was you.
I always mute my phone beforehand. I was a fool for not muting before.
But I guess while we're on the subject of dogs faking injuries, Teddy does the same shit.
He does, right? But
Yeah.
has he ever hurt himself?
So, yeah, okay. So I don't know if you know this, and I don't know how common it is, but apparently in, I guess Yorkies, not necessarily terriers. I think just Yorkies. They can have seizures because they're like smaller dogs or like they're a very frail breed.
Oh my gosh.
So there are times where Teddy legitimately has seizures,
Oh
but
my god.
it's not like epilepsy or anything. Not like at least that we've been able to confirm.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
far, like all we've been able to confirm is that he has like doggy arthritis and
I was
he's
gonna say
kind of
dog
he's
seizures, especially for a small dog, is way less of a big deal because like as a person, if you had a seizure, you could like you falling from just standing is way higher than a dog falling
Yeah,
from like you. It's like at least 5 feet up because you're 5'6" or something.
yeah,
A dog is like half a foot off the ground. Like, so like a dog falling and having a seizure, and plus you could do stuff like, I don't know, be working in the oven or like in the bath or like,
yeah, yeah.
so
But
yeah.
so yeah, it's different with Teddy because he's like, 3 inches off the floor.
Yeah, he's
But
like right there. It's still
yeah,
freaking out, but
yeah.
like,
So he's definitely had seizures before, and we freaked out, and like,
oh,
you
that's
know,
terrifying. Yeah.
yeah, no, it's pretty scary. But it's not very common. So like, we'll give him like bread to like kind of help him feel better because it's not epilepsy. Like sometimes they get like really like not dehydrated, but like blood sugar low kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
need
yeah.
something to eat, so you need to feed him. So we give him bread because he likes bread. Like to the point he loves bread so much that he'll literally steal it from you if you're eating a sandwich. But we nicknamed him Bready because he just loves bread so much. To my next point is he will 100% and has 100% faked seizures just so he can get bread.
Really quick, that's
And
what they called me in high school.
they
Bready.
called did they really? No,
No,
they
they
didn't.
didn't. No. But I
I've
do
never
like
called you
bread
that.
that
I mean,
much.
that's fair.
I'm with him on the
No, yeah,
bread thing.
carbs all the way, man. He's a very food driven dog. Like he won't
Yeah.
do anything for shit, but if you shake food at him, he'll come. Um,
Yeah, yeah. No, that's how
like
Buddy is too. So yeah,
yeah, but
I think that's all
yeah. So
dogs.
so he's definitely like seized, like or pretended to seize in front of us, like shaking, and then like he does like this weird limping thing.
Oh
But
yeah.
sometimes he'll limp and then like he'll get distracted and then he'll limp with the other foot by accident, like he'll
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
which, and that's how you know he's faking it. So then we're like, okay, Teddy, like, and then you just wait a few seconds, like we'll make sure he's not actually seizing, but like he'll
Yeah.
be fine.
But he's
But
like, yeah, he's like, this equals bread. Like the
yeah,
supreme
exactly,
treat.
like he's smart, he knows how to play with our heartstrings to get extra food.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Definitely.
Buddy does that, but we know his legs are good. Like,
That,
and
yeah,
he
fair.
he doesn't know that it's supposed to be on one leg. Like, so it's not like he's like he just switches. Like it doesn't matter. Like he'll just his right leg is the one up, and then he's like, oh, I'm tired. Let me switch legs.
Yeah.
Like, and we're like, Buddy, that's not how it works. So as a jerk, I trip his foot that's on the ground. Only if he's in his bed though. So like if he puts his paw up, I'll kick the other foot. So, like,
Sully loves when we play that game
oh,
because I
I
do
do
the same
that,
thing with
Buddy. Oh my gosh, Buddy's favorite is if I'm like on the steps, like laying on the steps, like the same level as him, and I swipe his feet, and he loves it,
him.
but he also gets really angry.
Yeah,
Like he
like
comes back.
it riles him up, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Like he loves
just
it
play,
if he
but
comes, but he like starts to flip out after like 5-6 minutes.
yeah,
Like until we're like, Buddy, relax. Like calm down.
yeah.
Like but
So I guess another side story on Teddy and bread and stuff. Um, so yeah, doggy arthritis. There was one day I was home alone with the dogs. Megan she was going to church with her mom and I think Madison. Yeah, Madison was with us. Like she was born already, but they were going to church and like halfway there, Teddy
mhm.
goes to run upstairs
Mhm.
and halfway up the stairs, I don't know what happened. He just like kind of stood on his two legs and
Oh my
fell
god.
backwards
Oh,
down the stairs to the point where he tumbled, and it's honestly not that funny, but like
it's more sad.
he's okay. Like you've met
Yeah.
him since then. He's all right. He tumbled down the stairs and landed, and we have like hard tile floor at the bottom.
Oh
So he
yeah.
landed, and I like really thought he was like like broke something or like because he was like laying really weird and like literally screaming, like not like
Oh my
barking or
god.
like
Yeah,
crying.
yeah.
It was like he was like ah, ah, ah! It was pretty crazy, but literally.
Those are terrifying.
So I know he legitimately had to have been in pain. It wasn't fake. He wasn't faking it or anything like that. But I'm like making sure he's okay. I call Megan. I'm like, hey, Teddy just fell down the stairs. I'm just gonna see if I'm gonna get him bread just to like calm him down. Literally, I opened the motherfucking loaf of bread. That piece of shit just started running to the kitchen to get some bread. I'm
He
like, bro,
totally forgot.
I thought you just broke your neck, and you're literally running towards me right now. Like, I'm sure, I'm sure he got hurt. I'm not downplaying that, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
literally was just like, oh shit, it's bread. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's
it's
yeah, that's how Buddy is too.
yeah,
That's how Buddy is. Like
yeah,
when he got his shots the other day, I told you he wasn't feeling really good
yeah,
because he got like shots and medicine at the same time.
yeah.
He like refused like snacks. Like I tried to give him a cookie. But if we say the word cookie, even not even like we could be talking about Oreos, not even looking at him, he flips out. Like if we say the word cookie, he flips out. And then like literally any treat, like any food whatsoever, he flips out if we like give it to him. So we tried to give him a cookie, he didn't eat it and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, he really doesn't feel good. Like I was like, I've never like seen him this sick before. I mean, he was fine. It was just like I guess since they had to give him a different kind of shot because we moved like and we didn't have his old records or something or the place was closed so they gave him like a different shot than normal and they were like he's gonna be a little sick like so yeah that's how we knew because Buddy is super food oriented too and loves food
Yeah.
like me uh,
Yeah, yeah, he that's like I again, I feel that like I I don't know if and this is going to be a little bit of TMI, but I love Chick-fil-A and
I
aside
don't
from,
yeah
the controversy and everything, but um I love Chick-fil-A, like eating Chick-fil-A, and it destroys me every time. Every time.
yeah yeah
Like I pretty much physically like wake up at night sick every time. But I love Chick-fil-A so much that Megan's like, we should not eat Chick-fil-A again after this. And I'm like, no, we're getting Chick-fil-A.
I don't
I
know I
I
think I
need
got
that.
over it.
I haven't had it in a while and I'm kind of like good now, but yeah.
Well, I mean, you live right next to one now too, right? Because
Yeah.
when we first moved to Union, we were like less than a mile away from a Chick-fil-A and a Wawa, and I was like ecstatic, and I like was like so happy, and I don't know. And then after like 2 years of living there, I was like, yeah, I don't want Chick-fil-A or Wawa anymore
It's
ever
yeah,
again. Like first, it
fair.
was like Wawa was their barbecue chicken sandwich or something. I must have ate that like 3 times a week for the first like 8 months. Like,
Yeah, that's I've never had it, but I always make sure to grab one of those jalapeno pretzels by the
oh yeah,
counter.
they stopped selling them. Oh
Did
well,
they?
the one by me stopped selling
Hmm.
them.
It's been a while since I've been to a Wawa
Yeah,
because of COVID, so I don't know
yeah,
if
yeah.
it's still valid.
When you lived in South River,
Wow,
um,
you're really geolocating me right now. Thank you.
lived 10 years ago, when you were a mere
Fair.
lad. And it's not like you know anyone who lives over there anymore. Anyway, new story. When you lived in there, um, there was a Wawa on the way home, and every time I saw you, I would always stock up at that Wawa, like and
Oh,
get
yeah.
like I would always get the sandwich. I would get like three or four like the cream cheese pretzels, like, and then I would like freeze them, and then I would get like their iced tea and stuff.
That's pretty. Uh, Speaking of South River, though, do you remember the hobo story?
Oh, wait, the one about when I have a bunch of old stories. When I first visited you the first time ever.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god, do you want me to tell it?
We could. So yeah, what for anyone who isn't familiar with me and Marcus's friendship? So I moved away a few years into high school and moved, South Jersey. So a few months after that, like after I, established other friends and
Replace me.
that apparently, didn't really last very long. But anyway, um,
Uh huh.
yeah. So you came to visit, and
Yeah.
we
So.
got into a bunch of shenanigans.
Yeah. So Joe was very hardcore back then. Now he's a
Oh yeah,
little weenie.
I. Oh yeah, I. Yeah, I calmed the fuck down.
Joe was just hardcore and really punk, like original punk, like, and I was gonna name stuff, but not stuff. Like I was just gonna name bands, but I'm not gonna whatever. Um, so
I was really rancid back then.
yeah, he had no effects. I don't know. So yeah, so Joe was really a misfit. Um,
Nice.
and he was more punk than any of us, and I was just trying to keep up. So I went to visit him when he was in his like no sleeve ripped up band t-shirt and ripped jean shorts. No, that might be hillbilly. I'm just gonna get to it. He had a skull bandana on. Let's just oh, that might be hillbilly. No, no, I'm just trying to make you seem really punk. I don't remember anything of that, but I do remember that we were hanging out in your town and we were like roaming around, and then you were like, you want to be a hooligan or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
trying to come up with a word. So Joe was like, I brought a bunch of spray paint cans or whatever. Let's go tag under the bridge or something. So I was like, sure, whatever. Like, let's go. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's so punk and cool. And he was like, first, let's. And you know what's funny?
He's
I
so
found this.
fucking cool.
I found this the other day. Well, I've had it. I just when I packed, I couldn't find it. So Joe's like, I know this abandoned house or whatever. Or warehouse. I think it was a warehouse. It was big.
It was an abandoned factory. I don't recall what kind of factory it was though, but
An
it was
abandoned
burnt
one.
down. Yeah, it was abandoned. Yeah.
So we're going to the factory or whatever, or the warehouse, and as we go in, literally, it's like the sketchiest place ever. Like, I can't believe we weren't murdered by like Freddy and Jason while they were battling.
That's fair.
Like, and then Michael Myers or whatever, even though we're not his family. Off topic. So as we go in, Joe like moves this piece of wood. We go into the building. You need flashlights. It's also really late at night. We turn on the flashlights, and he's like dead serious. Looks at me, hands me a freaking multi-tool with the knife part out of it, and he's like, "Here." And I'm like, "What am I supposed to do with this?" And Joe just goes, "Just in case there's only any hobos here, you might have to stab them and protect yourself." And then just walks away without batting an eye and just keeps going into the building. And I'm like, Joe, I'm not mentally prepared to stab a homeless man or woman. And he's like, don't worry, it's fine. They normally don't come here. And I'm like, normally? Like, what do you mean? Like, are they here sometimes? Like, can't I just run away? How crazed are they? And you're like, don't worry, it's fine. You'll be fine. And then just proceeds to go into the building. Yep. And doesn't acknowledge it at all. And then I'm like, and then he's like, shh, you have to be quiet. And I'm like, why? And you're like, because, we don't want to get caught here. And I'm like, by the homeless people? And you're like, no, by the police. And I was like, I'm definitely not stabbing police. And you're like, it's fine, just come on. You were so annoyed at me, but also it was terrifying. We did not see or stab any homeless people.
No one got stabbed. And for the record, I feel like we just never talked about it until many years later, probably about like 5.
Yeah,
I think it was actually within the past year or so a long time. But
easily and then 8 years later.
Yeah, you told me about that story, and I'm just like, wait, I was joking, right?
Yeah, I know you did say you were kidding, but I was very, you definitely like. I went in like, wow, this is a creepy building, and then it went from like a 2, a fear level, to like a 15 out of 10.
Nice.
Like, because I was like, oh my god, I can't stab a homeless dude. Like, and I was like, how crazed are they? Like, and then I was like, and then you're like, yeah, we have to be quiet for the police. And I'm like, the police? I didn't even consider this as an illegal activity. Like, I was like, oh my gosh.
Nice. Yeah, it's
and then I woke up. But yeah, that was a really funny and crazy time.
Yeah, I loved going. That was one of the places I found early on that I wanted to share. It was definitely creepy because there's no light. It's pitch black because like the
Oh,
roof was still there, so you could never see unless you had a flashlight. And I think I brought you when it was like nighttime.
you did. It was like, and
Yeah,
I feel like must have been like 9, 10 o'clock, which isn't too late.
yeah.
Like, but it was late enough where it was a scary experience. I honestly
It was
don't remember that much of it. I blacked out a
yeah.
lot of it.
I remember a lot of the interior. I don't remember that day, like bringing you there,
Yeah,
but it was also burned down. So like there was stuff all over the floor.
yeah, I know.
It was super dangerous, but
Yo, seriously, like I can't believe that we went through there, and then we got
I
ice
get
cream or something after,
yeah, yeah. We got ice cream after, and then yeah,
and then went home and never told anyone, and I cried myself. No, and then we like cut. It was like we were like cutting through it, right? Because that was like to get. We didn't hang out in the building. I don't remember.
no, there wasn't anything on the other side, so we definitely just like
Because I
went in
remember
to be
going to the
hooligans.
building and then being under a bridge. Like,
Yeah, the bridge was on the opposite side of town, so
oh, because yeah, we went to get ice cream on the way to the bridge.
yep.
We got ice cream so we look less like hooligans or whatever.
Yeah,
Each
exactly.
time we say the word hooligans, our rep goes down.
Yep, exactly.
We
It's
become
I'm a,
15% less cool, and we
I haven't been
age a
cool for
little.
like 5 years. It's okay.
No, I don't know. You started a podcast. You redeemed some cool points.
Maybe.
No, but yeah. So I thought that was really funny. It was a crazy story and crazy. Oh, talking about crazy stories. We only have like 8 minutes left, probably a little more. But the story's short. It's about another adventure that we took. Not me and you, me and Ashley.
Oh, it's not as fun then. I'm
Yeah, I
kidding.
don't know. It's definitely not as fun as almost getting stabbed by homeless guys or almost stabbing a homeless
Almost
guy.
stab it. Yeah, yeah. You would have become a murderer that
Yeah, I really was like, has Joe stabbed someone before? Like, I was like, I've never stabbed anyone before. I don't know if I'm ready for this.
I imagine just like in an alternate world where like you actually just saw a homeless person and you ended up
I
stabbing
stab
him
him.
just because I was joking. And
That says a lot.
it was like a really nice homeless, like, how are you? And then you just go, and
Hey
stab him
there.
with like a 3-inch blade from the multi-tool.
That's another thing. It was such a small blade
Yeah,
that I
it
was
was a
like,
really, it was a very small blade.
I was like, and it's so dull too. I still have it. Like,
I
and
found it
then
on the side of the road. Like it wasn't. It was pretty old. I probably found it in that warehouse actually, because I just remember finding it somewhere
I kept
and
it
then
because I was
gave it
like,
to you.
this has to be a memento from Joseph,
Yeah.
and it has good memories of almost dying. No, I wouldn't have. I think I would have ran first, and then you would have stabbed, and I'd have been like, wow, Joe has changed. How the streets have changed, Joe. But my story is much less scary, I guess. So yesterday we were watching. I guess we've been watching a lot of Good Mythical, but whatever. We were watching it, and they were talking about cotton candy flavored things. So Ashley was like, "Oh my god, I'm dying for some cotton candy. Like, I could definitely get some cotton candy right now." It was like 9 o'clock at night, probably 9:30, and I was like, "Man, it's so late." And we also have, I don't know why, or what. There's a place by us here that only sells cotton candy. Like it's a store, a storefront, and all they have is cotton candy. It's like Cotton Candy World. I don't know. That's a made up name.
Nice.
So that's not where we went. They were closed because it's 9:30 at night when all they sell is cotton candy. So I was like, you know what? Let me see. Like, I'll just double check and see. So I Google like Food Lion. That's the closest store to us. It's like less than 2 minutes away. I Google Food Lion, and I'm like cotton candy, and I search for cotton candy, and on the website it's like, yeah, we have 5 bags of fresh cotton candy or whatever, and I was like, oh snap! So I look, and they're like, yeah, it's in the store by you, and I was like, oh cool. So then I tell Ashley, I'm like, yo, we can go to Food Lion right now and get you a bag of cotton candy. And she's like, no way. Like, when do store? Like, I've never seen stores sell fresh cotton candy. So we're like, cool. So we get up, we go to Food Lion, and we go to the store. We search like serious, like the candy aisle, every aisle. We can't find it anywhere, and we're like about to give up. I'm like, it says on their like website and on their Instacart that we can get cotton candy. So like they have to have it here. Instacart wouldn't have it if they don't have it. So I go to one of the guys, or Ashley goes to one of the guys. She's cuter, so she gets more like favoritism at these places.
Uh, that's fair.
And she's like, "Excuse me, do you guys have this cotton candy?" And the guy's like, "I've never seen that cotton candy in my life." Like he's like, "I have no clue. We don't sell that." And she's like, "Oh well, we're on the Instacart, and it says you have like five." And he's like, "Really?" And he looks. He's like, "Oh yeah, it does." So he goes to someone else, and someone like so they're like, "Do you know where this cotton candy is? It says we have five." And he's like, "I've never seen that cotton candy in my life." And then a
Nice.
manager comes and he's like, "What are you guys talking about? Like, what's the issue?" And he's like, "This person says we have five of these cotton candy bags, and we've never seen them before in our lives." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I've worked here for a long time, never seen those." And he's like,
Nice.
"But if it says we have it, we have to have it somewhere." He's like, "Let
Yeah.
me just check the back of the store really quick." So he goes to the back of the store and he's like, "I don't see anything." And he's like, "Actually, we just got a pallet today of some stuff. Give me a minute." And he like opens the pallet and he calls them on the walkie-talkie. He's like, "Yeah, we just got the pallet like an hour ago." he's like,
Nice.
he's like, we have like more than five. We have a bunch of cotton candy. We just got them from the place, and they're not even set to be put out in the store yet. He's like, "We can give you some, but like they're not going to be out in the store for like another few days." So we were like, "Yeah." He's like, "How many do you want?" And we were like, "Just one." So he comes out. He's like, "Yeah. How did you guys know we had cotton candy? Like, it just came in. We didn't even take it out of the box. Like, it was just in the pallet." And we were like, "It just says it on your app that you have it. Like, just going to your website, it says you have it already, and you have like five." And they were like, "I guess scanning the pallet automatically puts it on everything." Like, and they were
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty.
but literally, like, it just happened that they were like, we received the shipment mad late. Like, we got everything, scanned it in, and like, you guys came an hour later, like, and bought cotton candy, and Ashley got cotton candy and was very happy.
Nice. I'm happy that ended on a good note, though.
I was so happy too because she would have been so disappointed. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, man, we were so excited for the cotton candy to be here. So
Yeah.
I think we'll just end with that cotton candy story. We'll just end on something sweet.
Yeah. Well, talking about sweet, um, my favorite flavor of anything sweet is birds. So, one more time, Marcus. Uh, name all the different types of birds using only prime numbers. Do you have an answer?
40.
It's a shame.
What are you gonna give the answer? Are we gonna talk about this?
I mean, honestly, most are unable to be named, but two can.